Alright, hello and welcome. This is a multiple try on the weekly video for the Relaxed Mel, and that's what this first video is going to be about. Sadly, it was a decision that I kind of made on the fly, so today it's handheld. I tried to find a couple places where I could set my little tripod down at, and sadly, there's no place to really set it down at and still be able to see anything, because I'm trying to hang out in the shade because it's like 95 degrees outside. So, but anyhow, wanted to just for this week, wanted to talk about being outdoors. Wrote a blog post that came out came out on Wednesday about finding your special spot. That sounds so dirty now that I say it out loud. But have you ever been outdoors and come across a spot out in the woods or in a canyon or someplace like that where you just kind of all of a sudden were like, oh, this is nice, I like this, and all of a sudden it just suddenly made you stop, relax, and feel all of a sudden feel at ease? And that's what I wanted to talk about. Was one of the many advantages of being outdoors. I'm trying to think where I wanted to go with that. We're catching a lot of wind. So being outdoors, I'm going to walk around here. We're going to catch a face full of sun. Bow. And so when being outside and being outdoors, there are being outside, being outdoors. There we go. Well, let's go from here. And when it comes to going outside, we've grown up, a lot of us grew up with being told all the time, hey, don't go outdoors. It's there's a lot of not good out there. And I'm going to try to set this down. Will that work? Let's bring this down a little bit. Maybe. Hey. Oh, we'll bring her up a bit and bring her down just a bit. So we're figuring this thing out. So there we go. Hey, actually, I like that a lot better. So now I can actually work with my hands, because I'm talking with my hands, and I got to wipe my face. I am a sweater. So, but anyhow, so talking when you go outside and you're enjoying the great outdoors as it is, there's often a place where it almost seems like it's a magical area, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. There are advantages to going outside. We have the sun giving you vitamin D. We have all the other advantages. Getting the blood flowing helps. Getting outdoors helps you to think and come up with ideas. That's why we're doing this thing right now, is because I got to walk in and brain ran, and all of a sudden, bing, we're here. When it comes to getting outdoors, though, there are also times that slowing down actually does you a huge service. And when you get outdoors and you're forced to get away from work, and though you may still be thinking about work, and you may still be going, geez, I've got to get this account taken care of, and how am I going to tackle this and these and those? The advantage of getting outdoors and just walking causes your brain to have to slow down, and it actually starts taking one item at a time, one problem at a time, and just starts processing it. It just uses all that magnificent, amazing processing power that no one fully understands, and starts cranking on answers. And eventually you come up with some really amazing ideas. And that's one of the great things about outdoors. When you step outside, though it may be like today, about 97, 98 degrees, where you walk outside and immediately you go, oh, there are still places where you find that are calm, cool, beautiful even, and it just kind of makes you be walking along, all of a sudden go, yeah, this is nice. And those are really good places when you find a spot that makes you feel at peace and calm. Remember where that space is, and remember that sensation that you have, because when you are in that frame of mind, when you calm yourself down and you use that sense, you remember how it felt when you had that sense of peace wash over you. That actually comes in handy when you're all of a sudden really stressed and you're about ready to start chewing on a chain and stuff. You're biting nails and you're just, you can actually stop. If you catch yourself doing that, you can stop and just take a deep breath. Go back to that calm spot, that spot that you were hiking at over in outside of Sedona, Arizona, and all of a sudden you were just like, and all of a sudden you realized you had been holding your breath for months, years even, and you're just finally getting a breath of air. And when you do that, the sensation is amazing. There's only one way to describe it. At least for me, and I've only got a 25-cent vocabulary. So when you actually are, when you find that resting spot, when you find that special place that makes you slow down, makes you think of everything but work. Remember that in the back of your head. Store that back there and bring it forward anytime you're feeling really harried and rushed and under pressure, and that way you can bring that forward and go do a 5x5. If you know what a 5x5 is, that is when you're looking at something and you cannot figure out what the heck the problem is. And so if you step back 5 feet for 5 minutes and do something different, even if it's just looking at it, you're doing something different. And if you step back and you do a 5x5, you might accidentally see that the reason why that nut would not go onto that screw is because you were going the wrong direction. I've done that, by the way. Just, it won't move good. And step back and I'm a moron. So it usually happens on left-handed threads than it does on right. So then there's a couple times. So anyhow, guys, that's all I wanted to say, and that's what these little blurbs are going to be. It's just little 10-minute talks about whatever the topic of today is. And it's going to be covering different topics. We're going to be focusing in on leadership from time to time. Be focusing in on the outdoors. Got to cover the outdoors because I love the outdoors. I have come to realize that is one of the big things missing in my life, and I'm slowly accumulating my camping gear together because I am going to take you camping with me. When? I don't know. I will keep you updated though. But once I'm able to, and I go out camping, you're going to be right there beside me. So if you would, give me a like, thumbs up down there if you feel like this is something that you might catch on and want to rewatch down the road. You might even subscribe to the channel. That would be really awesome if you were to subscribe. I understand I'm not really going to have much of a cover sheet on this photo on this. I might create something on Canva or someplace like that here down the road. But at this very moment, I don't have that. I don't have the idea yet. But it is just, while I'm thinking of it, just slow down. There's links down below to the blog post that this kind of correlates with. And also, if you want to have weekly updates, I'm also going to have my newsletter showing up on in the description down below. So guys, thank you very much for the time. I know that your time is important, and you took a whole whopping 10 minutes out of your day. I am grateful for that. You have yourself a great day. Stay relaxed, and we will make it through together. All right, bye.